another edition of our Wealthy Mind, Healthy Body series. Today we're talking about group life insurance for our members at IGSOSANA. This is an info-only session. And as we all know, death is inevitable, and death comes often unannounced and can take family members by surprise. Death can also cost family members a lot of money after our passing. Having a life insurance can help to alleviate some of this costs. So without much ado, let me turn this over to our speakers for the day, Mr. Kamilu Ali, a distinguished mountaineer and an IGSOSANA member, and Mr. Sam Ndeli that would lead us and help us to understand this group insurance business. Thank you so much.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here. I'm going to share my screen a little bit to see what we are looking at. Mr. Samuel in Delhi, I hope I pronounce his name very well. He's going to clarify, he's going to do most of the talking. I'm going to help him out on that issue. So, Mr. Samuel, I'll give it up to you. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Sam Daly of Cultural Group Benefit Company, the group life insurance designed for cultural associations. And we've been doing this for 23 years. And the main underwriter for this program is Hartford Life Insurance.
Mr. Samuel, can you explain what is group life insurance? How does it benefit us, please?
Let me explain a little bit of the coverages that we have. We have 4 different categories. We have a 10,000, a 15,000, a 20, and a 25,000 as the maximum coverage for all adults, except you are in a state, Washington State. The state of Washington can only allow us to write a $10,000 coverage for associations in that state. We have 2 types of child riders. We have a 5,000 and a 7,500. The rate for the child riders is fixed. It's 40 cents per household for 5,000, and it's 60 cents for the 7,500 per household. It doesn't matter how many kids you have. This program was designed purposely for cultural association. It's been reviewed every 3 years. It's not like a typical term life insurance where you are insured for 10 years, 15, 20. This is reviewed every 3 years. And if there's a change in the membership, the rates can be increased or can be reduced. If you have a lot of younger members joining the group, after 3 years, your rate might go down. But if you have older members left in the plan, then the rate will increase. There's a guaranteed future for all those who are going to enroll initially. If you do not enroll initially and you are interested to join the plan the following year or subsequent years, you will have to fill out a health questionnaire. And that's, we've tried to give a guaranteed future for everybody who joins the plan, but Hartford had made some changes that they can only guarantee members who join initially. Anybody who comes after that will have to fill out a health questionnaire. And I think I know the reason for that. There are not too many companies that will write this type of business. because of the voluntary nature of our association. Anyone can be a member of a cultural association, even if you are in your dying bed. And during COVID, Hartford was paying claims that we knew that people were not insurable. The argument is that a group life insurance at work, if you're terminally ill, you cannot work. But it's not the case with the cultural association. So they can only allow the initial enrollment to have that guaranteed future. Anyone who decides to join later will have to fill out a health questionnaire. And it's a short health questionnaire. And that's the slight change they have made this year on the program. But everything else about the program is a simple program. It's a guaranteed future. And we've been paying claims. Even if you die out of United States, we've not seen any claim that has been denied. Claims are paid within the United States within the if we receive all the documents that is required, they are paid within 14 days. But if you if you die out of United States, there's a certain protocol that Hartford has to go through, and that sometimes takes about a month or so for that claim to be paid. That's just about the program, and I will throw myself or have myself open to anybody who goes through what we've posted, and you have any question for me.
Mr. Sam, let me ask a question. Can you explain on the issue of the guarantee? It doesn't matter who that person is. Are they guaranteed once they become initial member? They are member right now.
What do you mean? But everybody has to be a resident. You have to be a resident in the United States to participate in the program, period. And secondly, everybody has to provide us with a social security number when they fill the form. It doesn't matter where. Please repeat that question again.
So if I'm a member right now and
Yes.
I want to join, it doesn't matter my state of health, I'm qualified. If you can explain that.
Well, if this group program is if it's open to all members in various states, and you are a member of that state, and that state has approved this program. First of all, I should let the group understand that we are approved in 46 states. One of our biggest states that we are not approved is New York. For those who are very familiar with New York is very difficult to do business, especially life insurance. They will allow us to sell their product, but they don't allow people to bring in products in New York. We've done everything that we could to have this program approved in New York, and New York says they don't believe that cultural associations are viable entities for life insurance. Yes, if this is a federal national program, and you are a member in one of the states that are approved, yes, you can participate in the program.
So if you are a member, what state are you not?
New York is one of them. We are approved in 46 states. New York is one of those states that we are not approved in, and I think I can't recall the three others or the three other states that we are not approved. Washington State, as I said earlier, they can only allow us to do a $10,000 coverage for association.
So if we have a member that's from Washington State that wants to join, the maximum he can do is only 10,000.
That's correct, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and we see this. When we started this program in year 2000, we were able to do business in almost every state. And we then started with Security Life and went to Portland. life, and they just could not manage the program. And we eventually went to Hartford. But when Obamacare came, the definition of group life insurance for cultural association changed. Hartford had to refile in all the states to get approval for us to write this program. And that's when we had approval in 46 states, and we had little instructions like the state of Minnesota, we cannot insure anybody who is above 82 years old. Then Washington State could only allow us to do a 10,000. We've done everything we could with New York. We've submitted all the requirements, but they still cannot see themselves approving this plan for a cultural association.
Okay. So I think 46 states is a lot of big states too. So, and I know it's a process in insurance business. There are some things that is not approved in California. California has their own rules too, especially with senior. So let's leave that alone. The most important, let's start on the basis of this insurance. If I get you very well, once you are a member of this organization and you live in all those 46 states, you are approved. As long as you join initially on the first one. If you don't join, that means you have to fill a letter of a form for eligibility that you're in good health.
Yes, a health question with very limited health questions.
Very limited. So, and also it covers you and your spouse. You can have your spouse there, and also you have your children in the policy.
Let me clarify that a little bit. All adults are considered members of the association.
Okay.
So there is no plan for a spouse, and a spouse should be a member of the association. So they have, as I said earlier, we have 4 categories of coverages. We have a 10,000, 15, 20, and 25. The group decides what coverage is suitable for their members. And if they take a 10,000 or 15, everybody in the group will take a 10,000, all adult members in the group. And if they decide on what dependent rider they want, either the 5,000 or 7,000, that's what those who want dependent riders will take.
Okay. Another question I want to ask, if you can clarify, the beneficiary, let's say I'm insured right now, my beneficiary get paid the money directly, not the association. Is that correct?
Say that again, sir.
Who is paid let's say I passed away when I've been insured, after being insured, I passed away.
Yes,
where does the money goes? The beneficiary or the association?
The beneficiary. It's just the association cannot be the beneficiary of your insurance. When we started this program again, I will give you a little background because I originally from Cameroon. This idea was introduced to me by a Nigerian friend who came out from an Igbo association and wanted me to do a group life insurance. And I said, sir, there's nothing in the market like that. And that's how the idea originated. So when we started with this, we had associations as beneficiary for their members, but we quickly had a pushback by the underwriting companies that states cannot allow that. It's just like your company cannot be the beneficiary of the employees' group life insurance. And since most groups are non-profit, then they will be a profitable organization if they become the beneficiary of their members' group life insurance.
So the money goes directly to each member's family, whoever the beneficiary assigned on the policy.
That's right. But we also let the group know that payment has been made. So because we've had situations where people will take the money and don't inform the group and expect the group again to arrange for the burial of the person who passed.
Okay.
So the group is always informed when that payment is made.
I think, Sister, I'll throw it out to you. Maybe we have any people who want to ask question on this policy. I'm sharing the screen, and also I posted the frequently asked question on the WhatsApp group. If anybody wants some more information about that.
So, Mr. Sam, thank you very much for this presentation. My question is about the amount that is going to be paid out. I know you said in Washington the maximum is 10,000. In the other states that are approved, what is the amount?
The other states that are approved, the first year, it's my bet. I do apologize for that. I want to make it in order for us to for Hartford to accept the guaranteed features on this product. The first year, if there's a claim, the claim is 50%, and the second year is 100% in all states, except Washington State that has a $10,000 coverage. That state, if there's a claim the first year, that claim is still 10,000. It's not 50%.
Okay.
So
All right. But what is that amount though? The total amount that one is going to be insured for?
It depends on what the group selects as a coverage for them.
Oh, they're different. There are different plans. Okay.
There are different plans. There's only Washington State that has a 10,000, but any other state you can do a 10,000 or 15, 20, or 25. It depends on what the group agrees that their members can afford as their monthly premium.
Okay. Is there a minimum number of members that we need to have participating to get this coverage?
No. Well, yes. Sorry. The minimum number is 15.
15, okay.
Yes, but the group has been as large as 1,000 if that's your maximum. But the minimum to start the plan is 15.
Okay. Now, the other question that I have, if we have, 15 is the minimum, but the number of people participating, does that change our rate or the rate remains the same?
That's an excellent question. The number of people participating sometimes is very tricky. You can have 100 people participating, but they are all males, and their premium is much higher than 50 people participating and they are younger, mixed with a lot of younger people and female. So the number of people doesn't necessarily determine the rate. No, it doesn't necessarily determine a lower rate. It's the makeup of a group, the demographic of a group. If you have a lot of younger people in your group and a lot of female in your group, your rate is going to be definitely low. But if you have much older people and all males, your rate will then be high. Insurance, as my friend can testify, is one of those that discriminates between a female and a male. If you have twins, a boy and a girl, the girl pays less than the male twin.
Mr. Sam, don't worry about that. We are also discriminated against women on long-term care too. So because they live longer than us, so they pay money on long-term care. So it's vice versa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe somebody else has a question.
There's something that Mr. Ali has shared the screen that I want to explain. It says this coverage, you can see 10,000, 15, 20, and 25. As I said earlier, it's a unique program designed for cultural association. Those who work in the corporation should understand that with a group life insurance at work, it is assumed that you retire at age 65. So there's no coverage at that age. But this program is designed to accommodate all our members who are more than 100 years old or more than 70 or 65. How do we maintain the rates low so anybody can participate in this program? So what Hartford decided was that at age 65, the coverage for those who are 65 to 69 will be 50%, and their premium will also be 50%. And those who are 70 and above to 100 plus, their coverage will be 10%, and their premium will also be 10%. The argument there was we cannot totally cover all those who are 65 and above and maintain the same rate, because the younger people in the group will not pay for that amount. And typical group life insurance, there's no coverage at that age anyway.
So you're saying that if one is 65 and they want to enroll, they will be paying 50% of the rate. So if the rate was $30, for example, they'll be paying $15, but
Yes.
they will also be eligible to only 50% of that plan. Okay, all right.
Yes.
Okay. And if you're over 70, you pay 10%, maybe like let's say if it's still the same $30, you'll be paying only $3 per month, and you only be eligible for 10%
Yes.
rate. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Another question I would like to ask Mr. Sam is maybe how long does the children stay on the policy till?
Yes, that's it's way down there at the bottom. Thank you, Mr. Ali, for doing this. The children riders in most states, except Texas, is from 15 days old, 21 or 23 if you are a full-time student. But in Texas, they consider a child rider from birth up to 25 years old. But let me tell you something what groups do. Since most of the adult children who are 21 or 23 are already done with school, they enroll them as members of the group in order to help to bring down the premium. So though in Texas it's 25 years old, but they enroll them as full members of the association in order to help to bring down the average age of the group, so to reduce the individual premiums.
Okay. Now, when you say members of a group, do we have to have their name as registered members of the group, or just for the purpose of completing the form, they just say they are members?
I will need a list, or you send the list to Mr. Ali, a list of all the active members, their date of birth, and their gender, male or female, for us to provide you with a quote. That list is what we determine. We understand that those people on that list are active, because you have to be an active member of an organization in order to participate in this program.
Okay. All right. So we are the ones to give you the list, and it will be the list of those that are interested, not all our members that are not interested.
Okay. Once you give us that list, we require at least, if you guys decide to take the plan, we require at least 70% of that list to enroll in the program. But bear in mind, I said the minimum requirement to start this plan is 15. So if you give us 30 names, so we'll require at least 70% of those 30 names to start the plan. But if there are only 15 or 16 that are interested that you gave us initially, then to start the plan will require those 15 to enroll.
Okay. All right. Got you. Any other question from members, please? This is our time to ask the questions.
Let me just for my own curiosity, is this an alumni group from Nigeria or?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay.
We are not from, well, I mean, I don't know. We are an alumni group of a school that we all attended in Nigeria. The school is in Nigeria, but we're based in North America.
Yes, I understand. I understand
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yes. I have a lot of Nigerian friends, actually.
Okay.
And we have about 60 Nigerian groups insured through this program.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, we used to have about 150 Nigerian groups. Is when we had COVID, a lot of people dropped out. So, but
Okay.
we still rebuilt it.
Okay. I have a question from a member, Mr. Tomide. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good afternoon. So I just want to confirm that this is for people that are living in the US only, so Canada is not covered.
You are very correct, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You are.
But if you're living in Canada and you do have a social security number, can you be also included?
No.
No. Okay.
It's just like somebody. No, we only require residents of the United States.
Okay.
And if you are a resident of New York, you cannot be a participant in this.
Okay. So you are only saying New York, but there might be a couple of other states.
Yeah, I will submit that to Mr. Ali on Monday.
Okay. All right then.
But New York is the big one.
Okay.
All the other big states have approved this, so we don't. And he must tell you that New York is always a problem with business. It's just so difficult to penetrate. Hartford has done everything. They have spent a lot of money to try to get this approved in New York, but they just recently gave up.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Any other question? Okay.
What I will, I know this is just to find out, but I think if you submit the names to Mr. Ali and their date of birth and gender, we'll hurriedly get a code for you. And then that will speed up the conversation. Then you'll know what type of coverage is. It looks like the group is interested, but we cannot do anything without getting a code to you guys. I will need the information that I just requested from the group.
Okay. My question, I know this is not like an amount for our group. Can you give us examples of the premium that other groups are paying without naming the group, just so that we know?
I personally, we used to do that. I don't like doing that.
Okay.
But I would do that just for, see, as I said, I'm originally from Cameroon, and our community, sometimes you tell them that this is sample and estimate, and they hold you to that. in subsequent presentation, like you say, a 20,000 could range between $14 to $20 a month for a member. And when they provide you with the information that you requested, and you give a code, and somebody who was not at the meeting who will just jump out, but I heard somebody say it's $15. How come it's $15.75?
Mm-hmm.
So we stopped doing that.
Okay.
we try to advise a group if they are interested to submit us the actual information, and let's give a code relative to their demographic.
Okay. All right. But you said you'll make an exception and give us an example.
All right. As I said, we have groups for 25,000, which a lot of people take because that covers a lot of funeral expense.
Yeah.
If a group is a younger group, we could get from $12 a month, and an older group up to $30 a month. It depends on.
It depends. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Another question that just came to my mind is, can each member take whatever they want, or we all have to have the same kind of amount?
Yes, I think I did explain that to you. There are 4 different categories, and the group has to decide what coverage is suitable for their members. If it's the 10,000, everybody in the group will take the 10,000, or if it's the 15 or so.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Any other questions from anybody else on the call, please, before we end this?
I want to chip in relatively. I have something, but I want to share it before, but I find out the organization's information is on top of it. Relatively, it is not a lot of money. Like I'm looking at a $10,000 I did for a group, which is there are about 51 of them. If for a $10,000 is like $10, around $10.30. For 15 is about $15. So it depends, like they said, it's not a lot of money. For 25,000 is $25.75. That is a group which is composed about 51 people that based on their age bracket. So it is not a lot of money. It might be $10 for 10,000. It might be, yeah. But I want to share it before, but I find out on my screen it showed the name of the organization. So it's not a lot that is very expensive. We are looking at around 10.
I'm happy you brought that, my dear brother. One thing we have to understand that our cultural associations and our here in the United States is different from any other immigrants in the United States. We become like a family. If something happens, it is then the responsibility of the cultural community to make sure that whoever passed must have a good and befitted burial. So what most of the groups are doing, even if it's a 10,000 coverage, which their members can provide, is a good start. You get a $10,000 coverage, and if there's anything above that, the group can decide to raise that money, but at least they have a solid coverage of 10,000 or 15 or 20. So I throw in, because sometimes you have a group that is an older group and they don't want to go with the 25,000, but 10,000 is still good because it's better than having nothing.
Okay. And another question, once you go with a certain amount, can you change from year to year?
Yes, you can change that at the anniversary of the program.
At the anniversary of the program.
Yeah, you can also, that's a very good question. You can change your coverage. We have groups that started with the 25,000. And as I said, this program is reviewed every 3 years. It's not like a typical group life insurance, what you call open enrollment, where they review it every year. They started with the 25,000, and most of their younger members dropped out. So the older people stayed, and it became a little expensive for them. So they dropped their coverage from a 10,000 to a 15,000. Yes, you can do that at the anniversary. And it's only at the anniversary of the policy that you can add new members. But you can drop a delinquent member anytime during the year.
Okay.
Hi. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. When you said 15 members minimum, are you talking about 15 members per state or 15 members in the whole group?
Well, if I'm assuming that this program is meant for members. It's an national association for all the members in all the states,
Yes.
states that are approved. So it's 15 members for this particular program for that
For the whole nation.
for the whole nation. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Another question that just came to my mind is about the payments. So do you expect the association to be making the payments and already have collected the money from all the participating members? Or will people be making their own payments individually? How is that done?
Another good question, ma'am. You're just on top of stuff. You're a good leader.
Thank you.
Yeah, we expect the association to collect the premium from their members, and we expect one check from the association. Either it's a money order, cashier's check, or the association check. Or we also do a direct deposit. We also, because leaders of the associations are volunteers and they have their own various duties, which take time. So we expect payment to be done once every six months or 1 year.
Okay. Every 6 months or every year? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's all the questions that I can think of. And I'm sure that if we have additional questions, probably from members that were not able to attend today, we will be sending it to you. But we're interested, and can we start this at any time?
Yes, you can start this anytime.
Anytime. So it's not that
anytime.
you have to start in January. Okay.
Yes.
It can be
But
started anytime. Okay.
The first thing that we need from you is get us the list of the active members, their date of birth, and their gender, male or female. And then, yeah, because this process takes a long time. I will assure you. It takes a long time, and send that to my brother Ali, and he will forward that to me, and I will get the code ready for you.
All right. Okay. We will start the process of getting all of that information together. Tomide, another question from one of our
another
members.
question. And on a lighter note, what if some of us are gender fluid?
What?
What if I decide to be female tomorrow, male next week, gender fluid?
Well, that's whatever you put down on the form is what we'll take.
Oh, or what if I don't?
What is your legal gender? Let me put it that way.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. So in addition to all the name, age, and the sex of the members, is it later once we are signing up that you're going to need the social security number?
Yes, yeah. Once the process starts, members start filling the application, they'll provide us the social security number on the application.
Okay, all right then.
Yeah, like, let me chip in a little bit. Let's say we get the quote right now, and they will give us the quote for 10,000, 20,000, 25,000. If the organization now decide that they want to go with 15,000 as example, then I will send in the application to every member to fill their name and to fill all the information. And the reason why we need that is that we need you to be able to fill your name, your date of birth, and whoever your beneficiary is. So once we collect that one, the organization will send the company a single check for the first premium of that policy. And once it's approved, that means we have that are paying every 6 months or every year. And that's what it's going to take care of.
Okay.
So, but initially they will run us a quote for maybe 10,000, 25,000 as the one we feel that we want to get. Then we now look at how much is the premium is going to be every month and every 6 months, every year.
All right.
We actually, as I said, the minimum payment to run this program successfully is 6 months or 1 year. Even if the initial enrollment will require a group to do 6 months or 1 year.
Okay.
Yes. Is to, first of all, is to the advantage of the leader of the group, because that eliminates, I will tell you, you get 10 people attend the meeting today, tomorrow you have 3, tomorrow you have 15, and sometimes groups ended up paying for members who didn't show up for 6 months. So we decided that anyone who is committed to this program will have to make their payment 6 months or 1 year, rather than the group going after them. Using the money in their coffers or the group coffers to pay for them, and they don't get reimbursed.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much. That's all the questions that we have.
If anybody have any question, they can ask the president, or they can send me my phone number is 972-310-7049, or camilloale@yahoo.com. If you have any question, can reach out to me. I'll answer your question. I'll post something on YouTube, on a WhatsApp group with the information, the question, information about it that could answer some of your question. And if you have any other question, please feel free to call.
Thank you very much.
Thank you also for
Thank you once again.
letting me be part of this Zoom meeting this Saturday, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yes, Merry Christmas to you too.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
You bet. Bye.
All right. Goodbye,
Mr. Ali, I
everyone.
will talk to you later.
Yeah.